Hey guys, welcome back and happy Monday. All right, guys, well, we're back to talk about some Real Housewives of New Jersey, considering the fact that tomorrow we get part 2 of the Real Housewives of New Jersey season 12 reunion. Now, we saw in the reunion where Dolores was not invited to an engagement party of Teresa Giudice's, and her answer was ridiculous. She's like, you know what? We invited couples that like to go out and celebrate with Louis and I, couples that we double date with, and she's not a couple. Well, she is a couple, and she's also been your friend for a very long time. So I thought that was probably one of the most ridiculous answers. Now we're finding out the real reason that Dolores wasn't invited to her engagement party, plus she reveals her maid of honor at her wedding. So we have all the information and more thanks to Reality Blur. But before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like Real Housewives of New Jersey, Teresa Giudice, well, is finally revealing why her close friend and co-star Dolores Catania was not invited to her engagement party. And that reason is no other than former Real Housewives of New Jersey star Dina Manzo. Now, everybody might be shocked about this because we haven't seen Dina Manzo in quite some time. But to be fair, Dina Manzo was there in Greece when Louis, I was going to say Teresa, but Louis decided to pop the question to Teresa. So she is a close friend, and she's been a godmother of one of Teresa's daughters for, well, that specific daughter's entire life. So I get it, but I don't get why Dolores would have to. Dolores is a big girl in the sense that she's an adult. If she goes, she doesn't need to fight with Dina Manzo. This sounds a little high school to me. Per page 6, Teresa stated on Christian Grey Snow's podcast, Slut Pig podcast, I know her and Dina do not speak. But Dina's in California, Dolores is here, so I can have relationships with both of them. Dina never tells me anything about Dolores and vice versa. Dolores doesn't say anything about Dina. Teresa went on to elaborate, saying that she wanted the event to be small and intimate as to avoid conflict, as Dina was present at the event. Since Dolores is invited to her and fiance Louis' wedding, Louis Ruelas, Teresa thought the engagement party snub should not be a big deal. She's pretty much saying, Dolores, get over it. It's not that big of a deal, and everybody doesn't need to make it a bigger thing. Teresa, again, this is a friend who's been around for a long time. If you think this isn't a snub, it's a snub, girl. It's a snub. I was like, you know, she's going to be at the wedding and she'll, being Dolores, will be fine. And fine, Dolores seems to be. Dolores initially said that she didn't score an invite to the engagement party because Teresa said that it was only for couples that double date with her and Louis. I would have liked to have been there, but I wasn't mad because really all I care about is her. This is what she told Andy Cohen on Watch What Happens Live, and this was one of her most recent appearances. I called Teresa and I said, was I not invited because you're mad at me? And she's like, no. We only invited couples that we go out with. And I thought, that's enough for me. Dolores is constantly showing us that she is the bigger person here. And for me, like I even used this as an example on our Real Housewives of New Jersey season 12 reunion part 1 recap last week with Zach. I said, could you imagine if Jason and I had an engagement party and I invited a ton of people that we know, but they had to be couples, and Zach's not a couple. And I said, you know what, Zach, I'm not inviting you because you're not a couple. So you'll be invited to the wedding. Just get over it. It's not that big of a deal. That's hurtful. And for Dolores to be like, you know what, that was enough for me. I think that just shows exactly what kind of person Dolores is. Hold on, let's keep going. Although Dolores did say that she was initially a bit hurt by not being included in the party, in the long run, it didn't matter as long as, well, Teresa's happy. If that's how Louis and her wanted the party, that's fine. My concern is for her enjoying her day. Back in February of 2021, Dolores referenced her fallout with Dina on Everything Iconic with Danny Pellegrino, the podcast. And we love Danny Pellegrino over here, saying we just went our separate ways, I guess. Some people like to move on from another life and like to leave what's behind them for a reason. I guess whatever that reason is, it is. Maybe they think you know too much about them, or maybe they're not, who they say they are. Whatever the case is, we decided to go our separate ways. Again, this just shows how mature Dolores is. And happier news, as well, Reality Blur previously reported, Kim D, we know Kim, and she's going to be joining us on our show sometime this week, staunchly ascertained that Dina would be Teresa's maid of honor on the Behind the Velvet Rope podcast with David Yontif. However, Teresa is confirming that is not true, and her 4 daughters will actually be her maids of honor. Per OK Magazine, Teresa said, Dina's not my maid of honor. On the Slut Pig podcast, it will be Gia, her other daughters, Gabriella, Melania, and Adriana. My children are my maids of honors. Maid of honors, maids of honors. Which one do you say? I don't necessarily know, but that's who she chose. So it looks like Kim D got that one wrong. I love when Kim D goes on to a podcast though. When Melissa Gorga was on Watch What Happens Live and they were mentioning Kim D, Melissa Gorga said it right. Listen, she's been off the show for quite some time. She gave us some amazing moments on the show, but she's still keeping herself relevant. No matter what, people are still talking about Kim D. And she knows what's going on behind the scenes. If you guys haven't seen some of my lives before, whether it was Wake Up and Adam or Hot Messy Topics, it's funny because we have Krista Marie Miller, who I met in New York City, absolutely amazing, has a beautiful mind and soul, so sweet, I love her. But she even confirmed the fact that it's a small world in Jersey. Where they live, everybody knows everything about everything. So Kim D, especially owning her boutiques, I think that she comes in, it's Posh, right? Posh Boutiques. I think she comes in, she gets all of the good, juicy details, the drama. She knows what's going on in her town, and she has no problem sharing it with all of us, which as YouTubers, podcasters, bloggers, vloggers, whatever you want to call it, as the people who are putting out the Bravo news and any other network news, we like to hear it. We like our Kim Ds around here. I mean, she's not outing us for anything. She's just outing the people that we love to watch on TV. So I'm not mad at you, Kim D. Keep on going with it. Guys, I'm so curious what your thoughts are. And again, don't forget to comment your unfiltered opinions. What are your thoughts about Teresa Giudice apparently snubbing Dolores because of Dina Manzo? But not only that, what are your thoughts about her revealing her real maids of honors? Yes, maids of honor, maid of honor. Yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. What are your thoughts? Just share them with me. I love you guys. I think that her daughters are the perfect choice. I think that why not make your daughters your maids of honor? I think I finally got it that time. Why not make them the maids of honor? And let's keep it moving. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And also, tomorrow is part 2 of the season 12 Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion. So again, we'll be back to mention it all. I love you guys so much. Happy Monday. Have a beautiful week, and we'll see you so very soon. Bye, guys.